Two theories into one. Now, this is videos about SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants is a childhood cartoon that I still watch to this day. I first started to watch SpongeBob when I was probably about 3.5 or 4, or maybe no, I was about 2. I was about 2 years old when SpongeBob first came out in 1999, and SpongeBob has ever since been it is not as good as it used to be, but you know that's how cartoons are. But SpongeBob is still a cartoon that I always like to watch. Actually, I was just watching SpongeBob actually just before this video. And you could say SpongeBob is for children, but to be honest with you, it's actually a pretty good show for as for like everybody. I mean, it it they don't swear. It's not like Family Guy. It's not like an adult cartoon, but it's also not really like a kid, if you would say like Dora or Paw Patrol or something like that. It's more of like in between. It's for kids, but it's not for you know like little kids. Or maybe yeah, but it's kind of more of a, I don't know if you say a family cartoon. But anyway, we talk about two theories about SpongeBob. Now this isn't about SpongeBob actually. It's about two characters in SpongeBob world, if you would say SpongeBob in the Bikini Bottom. First, how does the Krusty Krab actually make it? Because Mr. Krabs is always spending money, or always keeping the money. Now, one theory I got is actually Squidward's talent actually makes the Krusty Krab stay afloat. And if you would say Squidward's talent, it's always Squidward's always having free talent shows there. That actually makes the Krusty Krab stay afloat. Or another theory is it could be SpongeBob actually owns the Krusty Krab. Now, if it wasn't for SpongeBob, the Krusty Krab would go out of business because he's like the number one person to keep the Krusty Krab afloat. Or SpongeBob could be just the owner of the Krusty Krab and it was sold to SpongeBob a long time ago, and just SpongeBob just wants to be a fry cook, so he's like, okay, he just like bends down to Mr. Krab and lets Mr. Krabs be the owner still, but SpongeBob actually is the true owner of the Krusty Krab. I mean, you can see it that if SpongeBob wasn't a fry cook, and there was a previous fry cook, but he wasn't as good as SpongeBob, that if SpongeBob actually really wanted to be the owner, he could be, because he would, if he wanted to leave, he could for a better job. So SpongeBob could be the owner of the Krusty Krab, and just Mr. Krabs is like the manager. And he already sold the Krusty Krab before for money, but he got it back because he wasn't satisfied. He wanted the Krusty Krab back to its former self. Another theory is a different theory. It's Plankton has already knows the formula, the secret Krabby Patty formula. Plankton already knows it, and it just seems to be that he doesn't in the show. He's always trying to get it, but he already knows what it is. This theory is backed up because if you, in a previous episode, and not previous, but many episodes and a couple seasons ago, Mr. Krabs and Plankton switched bodies, or they didn't switch bodies, but they switched personalities, or no, they switched bodies. Plankton was Mr. Krabs, and Krabs was Plankton, and still, the role was Plankton didn't get the Krabby Patty formula. But what if Plankton already knows what it is, and he already found out what it is, but he just still insists on keeping the rival against him? Because by now, Plankton has all these technical uh, gadgets just like Karen and other things. He probably has already known what it is. It just seems to be portrayed on the show that he doesn't know what it is. And just to say, this is just a cartoon conspiracy theory. This has no real This has no real backing to it, if you would say. This is just a theory that I just created. So, thanks for watching, and peace. Spongebob Theory.